Have you ever faced a moment where standing up for what you believe in could cost you everything? Today, we're diving into one of history's most jaw-dropping stories of faith and courage, the tale of three men who walked into a blazing furnace and came out without a single burn. This isn't just an ancient legend, it's a powerful lesson about integrity, conviction, and a faith that can withstand any fire. Our story begins in ancient Babylon, under the rule of the mighty King Nebuchadnezzar. He was a king who loved grand gestures. One day, he decided to build a colossal golden statue, standing an incredible 90 feet tall. It was a monument to his own power and glory, and he wanted everyone to know it. So, he sent out a decree to all the officials, governors, and leaders throughout his vast empire. The command was simple: when you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the golden statue. Imagine the pressure. The entire kingdom's leadership was gathered. The music starts playing, and one by one, everyone bows down. It's the ultimate test of loyalty to the king. But amidst this sea of bowing figures, three men remained standing tall. Their names were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, these weren't just any three men. They were young Hebrew men who had been brought to Babylon and had risen to high positions in the government because of their wisdom and skill. More importantly, they were devout followers of their God, and their faith had a strict rule: you shall worship no other gods. For them, bowing to a golden statue, even under the threat of death, was a line they could not cross. It was a direct violation of their deepest held beliefs. Of course, in a court full of political rivals, their defiance didn't go unnoticed. Some of the king's advisors, likely jealous of their positions, rushed to King Nebuchadnezzar. They pointed out, "O king, there are certain Jews whom you have appointed over the affairs of the province of Babylon: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, pay no attention to you." You can imagine the king's reaction. Nebuchadnezzar was furious. His authority had been publicly challenged. He summoned the three men before him. He probably thought they had made a mistake, or maybe they didn't understand the severity of the situation. So, he gave them one more chance. He said, "Is it true?" All you have to do is bow. Just for a moment. Nobody would blame you, right? It's a matter of survival. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's response is one of the most powerful declarations of faith ever recorded. They looked the most powerful man in the world in the eye and said, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter." Let's break that down. First, they say their God * is able * to save them. They have complete confidence in God's power. But then they add the most crucial part: but if not. He ordered his men to heat the furnace 7 times hotter than usual. He commanded his strongest soldiers to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them in. The fire was so intensely hot that the very soldiers who threw them in were killed by the flames. King Nebuchadnezzar, who was watching intently, leaped to his feet in amazement. He turned to his counselors and said, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire?" They replied, "True, O king." And the appearance of the fourth is like a son of the gods. Imagine the scene. Inside this raging furnace, where the heat was so intense it killed the guards, her figures were walking around freely. Not 3, but 4. And they were completely unharmed. The ropes that had bound them were gone, but their bodies, their hair, and even their clothes were untouched by the flames. The king and his entire court were witnessing a miracle that defied all logic and reason. Overcome with awe and perhaps a little bit of terror, King Nebuchadnezzar went as near as he could to the door of the furnace and shouted, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, and come here." And so they did. The 3 men walked out of the furnace, in front of all the governors, officials, and counselors who had gathered to watch their execution. Everyone crowded around to see them. They examined them closely. There was not a single scorch mark on their bodies. Their hair wasn't singed. Their clothes didn't even smell like smoke. It was as if they had just gone for a casual stroll on a pleasant day, not through a furnace heated 7 times hotter than normal. They had faced the fire and the fire had no power over them. This public miracle had a profound effect on King Nebuchadnezzar. The man who just moments before had arrogantly challenged the power of their God was now completely humbled. He declared, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants, who trusted in him and set aside the king's command, and yielded up their bodies rather than serve and worship any god except their own God." He then issued a new decree. This decree stated that anyone, from any nation or language, who spoke anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would be torn limb from limb and their houses turned into a pile of rubble. Why? Because, as the king himself said, there is no other God who is able to rescue in this way. The very king who tried to execute them for their faith now commanded his entire empire to respect their God. Not only that, but he promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to even higher positions in the province of Babylon. So, what can we take away from this incredible story? It's a powerful reminder that true conviction isn't about convenience, it's about commitment, even in the face of the worst possible outcome. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's faith wasn't a get-out-of-jail-free card. They fully accepted that they might die, but they chose integrity over survival. That fourth figure in the furnace, described as being like a son of the gods, is often seen as a pre-incarnate appearance of Christ, a divine presence walking with them in their darkest hour. It is a beautiful picture that reminds us that even when we feel like we're in the fire, we are not alone. In our own lives, our fiery furnaces might not be literal. They might be peer pressure at school or work, the fear of being canceled for our beliefs, the struggle to maintain our integrity when it's easier to compromise, or the challenge of standing for truth in a world that often prefers comfortable lies. This story asks us a very direct question. What are the non-negotiables in your life? What are the principles you would stand for, no matter the cost? The courage of these 3 men didn't just save their own lives, it changed the heart of a king and the law of a nation. It serves as an eternal testament to the power of unwavering faith. Their legacy isn't just that they survived the fire, but that they were willing to enter it in the first place. That's the kind of courage that inspires generations and changes the world. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this amazing story. If it resonated with you, let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories of incredible faith and courage. See you next time.